Transmissions jammed. Proximity coverage only.
Hey guys, Jacob here. It is the 23rd of June, which means this is going to be this week's vendor reset. As usual, we're going to be starting at the base of ops and then working our way all the way to New York City. Also, another reminder, Season 2 has begun, so you guys can now play that. This week at the front desk, he's selling a pristine example of Raleigh's Holdings chess piece with weapon damage, repair skills, explosive resistance, empty offensive mod slot with perfect focus. If you guys are not aware, these are all named pieces they'll be selling at most of the vendors. I think New York is the only two vendors that do not really sell anything last time I checked. Increases total weapon damage by 6% every second you are aiming, while scoped 8 times or higher up to 60%. Requires a scope with 8 times magnification or higher. So if you guys do not have this, I'd recommend buying it, but if you have a better one, then I would just use the one you have, or try farming for one that fits your roll style and your play style. Place UMP with Ignited, swap speed, crit chance, and SMG damage. Ignited is really nice if you guys are trying to make a stats effect style build, and if you want to, SMG that hits pretty hard. This one's hitting for 131k at least for me, so it's pretty high up there to the fact the RPMs are pretty low. Now for one of the new weapons, this is the SIG 556 assault rifle. Has 4 attachments, 107k total damage, 720 RPM with 30 rounds in the magazine. Originally I thought this was going to have 750, but then now it's 720, but you guys can roll this and get up to about 750. Last time I checked, you can get pretty close to, like, say, a G36. I haven't really tested out this gun that much, but let me guys know in the comment section below what you think about this weapon. Next is going to be a D50. If you guys are trying to craft the Liberty pistol, I'd recommend buying this just so you have one. Badger Tough backpack with wicked repair skills, explosive resistance, and 123,274 armor. Murakami Industries with skilled, crit chance, skill damage, and skill tier. Defense system firearms for 7.4 headshot damage if you guys are trying to make a headshot damage build. Reinforced rotor blades for the drone, scan range. Weather coating for the turret, which is extra mortars. And the improved sticky launcher for 4.3 skill haste. That's going to be it for the front desk vendor. Next up is going to be the clan vendor as usual. If you guys are not in a clan, last time I checked, you will not be able to have access to this. So I'd highly recommend hopping into a clan. That way you can guys get the rewards from this vendor. This week he's selling the Punch Drunk Mask, which has 11% weapon damage, skill haste, and max headshot damage as usual. So if you guys are looking for max headshot damage and you want to use this for a pistol build, then I'd recommend buying it. I mean, the damage isn't max all the way, but you could make this work by getting rid of the skill haste and put critical chance or damage, and then you're pretty much good to go. Negotiator's Dilemma chess piece, which has 11.8 weapon damage and health. Hardwire backpack, explosive resistance, and a skill tier. Eclipse Protocol knee pads with almost max skill damage. So if you guys are looking for Eclipse Protocol knee pads for this build to try to make a stats effect build, and overall it's a new gear set, so you guys are going to be trying to get it. So you guys can just pay the 5,000 credits and pick these up. X45 Tactical with max crit chance if you guys are trying to make a pistol build with Ranger. Military 870 with killer health damage, damage to armor, and shotgun damage. SOCOM MK16, and this one's actually not a bad MK16 if you guys are a fan of this weapon. Me personally, I don't really use this gun, but I might pick this up just to have one in the stash. Another D50, this one has NSYNC on it. China Light Industries vest with entrench, skill damage, health, and skill tier. Raleigh's Holding gloves with crit chance, weapon damage, explosive resistance. So if you guys are trying to make a sniper build, then I'd recommend buying these. They're not max all the way, but they will make your build a little bit stronger if you guys are trying to make a marksman rifle or even a headshot damage build. Just get rid of the explosive resistance for crit damage or headshot damage, then you're good to go. Murakami backpack with headshot damage, crit chance, skill tier, and protector. Utility protocol intensity for skill duration. The guide system for the Firefly for max targets. RDX pellet payload for the skill haste for the Seeker Mine, and the adaptive insulation foam for the active regeneration for the shield. And overall, that's going to be about it for the front desk and the clan vendor.
Looking good, Agent.
Alright, next up we have the Theater Settlement. This week he is selling the Firm Handshake gloves with weapon handling, stats effect, and weapon damage. So if you guys are trying to make a stats effect SMG build, then I recommend picking these up. Double barrel shotgun with Optimus, damage charts of cover, damage to armor, and shotgun damage. SOCOM M1A with max rifle damage if you guys are looking for that. Golden Gear gloves with 1,000 or 115,000 armor, 6.9 skill damage, and 8.4 hazard protection. Somber knee pads with weapon damage, critical hit damage, and headshot damage. If you guys are making a crit damage build or even a crit build, if you guys are new, then I'd recommend buying these just so you have something as a play slot. Defense Protocol Resilience, 8.5 Disrupt Resistance. Russian Doll Protocol, which is skill haste for the Seeker Mine. The Dialect Electromasters for the Holster Generation. Guided Systems for the max targets for the Firefly. And the Decoy Protector Internals for the Decoy, which has 6% duration. And that's going to be it for the Theater Settlement. Alright guys, next up is going to be Campus. This week there's something Quiet Roar with 10% damage starts off cover, max critical hit damage, and LMG damage. So if you guys are trying to find one that's pretty decent, I'd recommend picking this up. That way you can max out the LMG damage and have 2 stats out of 3, and it has perfect overwhelm. SR1 Sniper with eyeless, crit damage, headshot damage, and marksman rifle damage. Black Market RPK-74E with Frenzy, crit damage, damage starts off cover, and LMG damage. Murakami Industries Mass with crit damage, headshot damage, empty utility mod slot skill tier. Murakami Industries Holster, repair skill and headshot damage. So if you guys are trying to make a Murakami style build, they're selling a few pieces, but the mask isn't really that great. As for the holster, it already has repair skill on it, so you can just get rid of the headshot damage and put something like skill haste, so you could have a skill duration repair skill build. Utility System Electronics for 15.8 repair skill. The slip fit tube for the burn strength for the Kim Launcher. Cooling vents for the Hive for repair charges. Atmospheric Analyzer for the skill haste. And the trap charge improvement for the duration. And that's going to be it for the open world settlements. Next up is going to be the Dark Zones. Alright, as usual, first up is going to be DZ West. And if you guys are new, just remember you're going to have to deconstruct gear in the DZ, then extract it. That way you guys will be able to get DZ resources, or try getting them in little boxes scattered around the Dark Zone, which you'll be able to find just pretty much laying around everywhere. This week, he's selling the Harmony pretty much again. So if you guys do not have this, I'd highly recommend picking it up. This one has perfectly in sync on it, reload speed, crit damage, and rifle damage. The Spas 12 has Preservation. Classic M1A has Killer with max reload speed if you're looking for that in a rifle. And the Bulwark Gloves. If you guys are trying to find Bulwark pieces, he is selling one this week for 109 credits. Negotiator's Dilemma knee pads with repair skill and weapon damage. Roddy's Holding gloves with hazard protection, headshot damage, and weapon damage. Badger Tough knee pads with headshot damage, almost max armor, and low armor generation. Defense Protocol Stamina with 16,000 armor on kill. Mini Electric Motor for the 4.3 damage. Spontaneous Material for the active generation. The Vac Pack for the Firefly for 5.9 damage. And the Decoy Protector Internals for the Decoy for 5.5 duration. And that's going to be it for DC West. Alright guys, next up is going to be DC South. This week she's selling the Manic Assault Rifle, which is going to be the AK. With perfect overflowing, swap speed, health damage, and rifle damage. That is assault rifle damage. And it has PP19 with Killer. Crit chance is almost max on this, SMG damage and stability. ACR with eyeless, optimal range, health damage, and assault rifle damage. First wave PF45 with strain, stability, and pistol damage. Eclipse Protocol Backpack if you guys are trying to get Eclipse Protocol. But I would save your credits to the fact you can get this in the season rewards really easily. And unless you guys are really wanting to get it, then by all means buy it. True Patriot chest piece, which has 124,967 armor and 10% skill haste. 511 backpack with protector, repair skill, crit damage, and armor. Wyvern chest piece with tamper-proof, crit damage, explosive resistance, and skill here. Defense system firearms for 4.3 crit chance. Gaff tape for the armor repair for the drone. The multi-tool for the turret, which is 5.9 skill haste. And the improved sticky payload, which is 4% burn duration. That's be it for DZ South. The final stop on the list for Dark Zones is going to be DZ East. This week she's selling the Claws Out holster with stats effects, pistol damage, melee damage, and skill tier. Classic M44 with close and personal stability, headshot damage, and marksman rifle damage. The Stoner LAMG with overwhelm, crit damage, damage targets out cover, and LMG damage. Ace and Ace Mask with weapon damage, explosive resistance. Tip of the Spear holster with crit damage and weapon damage. Alp Summit with headshot damage, crit chance, and skill tier. Healing holster for health, armor generation, and armor. Utility System Assist for electronics, 15.8 repair skill. The Slip Fit Tube again for the ensnare duration. Steel Harness for the range for the Hive. Microwave Amplifier for the cone size for the pulse. And the Trap Charge improvement for the Trap Charge. That's going to be it for DC. Next up is going to be New York. The final two vendors are going to be in New York. The front desk vendor is selling a Vector SBR with Optimus magazine size crit chance and SMG damage. Military M60E4 with unhinged, with LMG damage, damage tracks to cover, and headshot damage. USC 45 ACP with rifle damage, crit damage, damage charts of cover with rifleman. Another D50 with ILS, if you guys are trying to get the Liberty. Wyvern backpack with energized hazard protection stats effects. Murakami Industries knee pads with weapon handling and health. Richter and Kaiser holster, which has repair skill, skill hazel tier. Defense system firearms with 4.4 crit chance. Defense protocol stamina, which is 11% protection from elites. Ammo box for the extra sniper round for the sniper turret. Microfiller resin for the max targets for the Firefly. Improved sticky launcher for the blast radius for the sticky. Now the final vendor is just taking a left right through here. It goes through this tent and then goes straight. And then Roy Benitez will be right here at the end of the tent. This week he's selling an F2000 with preservation. A G28 with spike. A Marine Super 90 with steady handed. If you guys are trying to make a shotgun build, you could always get rid of steady-handed. This one's not too bad, but it's not god roll either. 1911 with finisher, crit chance and pistol damage. A Fenris chest piece with gunslinger. So if you guys are trying to get a DPS assault rifle build, basically, you can get rid of skill haste and put critical hit chance, and then have critical hit damage on offensive mod, and you guys can make this work with gunslinger. Wyvern knee pads with hazard protection and armor generation. Alps Summit with crit chance and crit hit damage for skill tier. Utility system assist repair skill. Offense protocol critical 4.4 crit chance. Another ammo box for the mortar. That's for the turret. Guiding system for the max targets for the Firefly. And another duration for the trap charge improvement. And that's me about it. Well, that's me this week's vendor reset, guys. Thank you all for watching. Make sure you subscribe for more Division 2 content. And I'll catch you guys all later.